introduce themselves, and yeah, I'll leave it to
Hello.
you.
Yeah.
So,
Hi,
Jackson.
everyone. It's nice meeting you all.
Do I start?
Yes, yes, you should.
Okay. Jackson Nguyen is based in Hanoi, that is in the north part of Vietnam. I'm based in Ho Chi Minh City, which goes to the same title as today's product update. It's called Saigon. We are about 1,600 kilometers apart. So one in the north, one in the south. Okay. I will start with Saigon, Saigon. And, oh, 1 second, something wrong now. Where am I? Okay, can you see the screen? This seems to... Give me a second, something is...
I hope this time it's
okay,
working better than last time. So,
yeah. Okay, so today we are, if you have followed me, this is my third time presenting. The first time was we were talking about Halong Bay and Hanoi. And then the second time we talked more about the cruises in Halong Bay. But today I just want to share with you about Ho Chi Minh City. Now, this first picture that you are seeing right now, for many years, this is not normal. This picture is not normal. The morning sky is normal, but the traffic is not normal. That's because even though in Vietnam, there is no official lockdown except some districts, some cities, only one city, but a few districts in that city. But the rest of the country, you're free to move around, and everyone is always reminded hand sanitation and also wear a mask. So yeah, you can see the guy with on the motorbikes, they are also wearing masks. So the traffic is not a lot, but that is the new normal. Okay. Okay, as usual, the rule is this. If you have any questions, if you can see my mouse, can you see my cursor? Yeah, if you can, just go to either chat or reaction, raise your hand in the chat, you can ask your questions. And then Bulis or Stephen will pick up these questions and I will answer them as the best I can. Oops. So let me share with you first this one. Even though we are having the pandemic problem and things like this, we have situation in Vietnam, everything goes as normal, nothing stopped, business, startup or anything. Yes, a lot of companies are suffering at the moment, but it doesn't stop the young people who want to start something new. In this case, in this news, you will see all these students, they work together and they use this, you know, the corn cob. Yes, and they will use the corn cob, and what they do is they make them into animal feed. And because of this, they won some award in the middle of pandemic. Okay, they won some award. Now, this is very real to the spirit of people in Saigon. They always want to do something different, something new, and they keep changing and changing and changing. Yeah. So quickly today, I'll give you a little bit of update of the virus, but immediately I'll just go straight into Ho Chi Minh City. Yeah. And then I'll spend some time to talk about Muslim travelers. Okay. I'm not Muslim, but I will try my best to explain how it works over here. So the update, as of well, as of today, as of yesterday, sorry, we have 976 infected, 24 people died. That is very, very sad. And these 24 people who died only started like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, because of someone who had the infection, they still go for party and meet people and things like that.
Đúng rồi,
That's
Việt
not
Nam
that.
không?
Yeah. I understand in Indonesia, you already have 140,000 cases, but still no death. So, bapak-bapak, ibu-ibu semua, please stay safe. Yeah. Okay, so the plan timeline, I shared this with you last time if you joined this product update. Originally, tourism want to target the Chinese traveler, which is going to be the first week of October. But because of what has happened, so everything is moved forward. So most likely this year we will miss Chinese travelers. Southeast Asian travelers will also be
Đúng là
delayed.
dưới rồi. Người nhỏ xíu. Đứng ở ngoài mà. Đứng cửa đâu anh, tôi bảo đứng ở ngoài. Ngoài đường ấy. Phải ra ngoài tìm.
Let's maybe just meet Jackson.
Okay, that's Saigon or Saigon. Okay, Vietnam is a, oops, oh no, not again. Yeah, I'm sorry, I have to share from here because it keep jumping. Okay, Vietnam is a very long country. From north to south is 1,600 kilometers. And then in the north, you have the northern, the central, and the south. Okay, so this picture, this map that you see is from the year 1000. Okay, so it's long, long time ago, before the name Vietnam even exists. Yeah, so you have 3 areas, and then it becomes 2 countries, which is north and south of Vietnam, and then it became 1 country. Okay, now why I want to show you this is a lot of people do not know that Ho Chi Minh City, which is Pre-Nocor before Saigon, the French call it Saigon, was actually under the Cambodian, not Cambodian, the Khmer Empire. Okay, so because of this, until today, in the north, the central, and the south, we all, the people would have different demeanor, different behavior, and different even cuisine, even food. Yeah, so they all have different history. And because of this, how they tell the history or what they are proud about their place, it's also very, very different. So it is not 1 country. Today, it is actually 1 country, but back then it wasn't. Okay? So today, this is what you will see. This is the map of Vietnam. Hanoi is up in the north. This is where Jackson is. And Hanoi is the capital of the country. Yeah. And the name Hanoi started in 1800s. Hanoi has changed names so many times from the years 700 something until 1831. But in the south, during the Khmer Empire, it was called Pre-Nocor. And then but the prominent name that stick with the local people in Saigon is Saigon, and mainly the Chinese. And then later on, they still stick to the name of Saigon. The French took over, it's still Saigon until 1976, when it is called Ho Chi Minh City. Okay, so there are still a lot of people here in Ho Chi Minh City that call the city Saigon. Okay, now, what I want to show you today is basically Saigon is changing. Vietnam is changing, but every time there's a big change that happens in the whole of Vietnam, it always begins with Ho Chi Minh City. To give you example, in the year, let's say 2004, 2005, right? There were a lot of Indonesian workers who work in Saigon. And for some reason, they like the dangdut music.
Một đây.
Dangdut music was never popular in the whole of Vietnam, but it got popular 2 years later up in the north in Hanoi. Yeah, so how did that start? I don't know. And then after that, it all died down. Then in 2005, hip hop was popular. And then you will have also hip hop, pizza, I don't know if you know this group, Boyzone, Westlife, you know, this kind of music. It started in Ho Chi Minh City, and then 2 years later, it also appeared in Hanoi. So people in Saigon are very proud. They always say Saigon is the heartbeat of the country. So every time it beats, it will be felt later in the rest of the country. Okay? So Ho Chi Minh City is made up of so many districts. Okay, they are called district. The address system is same like the French. As you can see, District 1, every time your client want to book, they say, I want to be in a very good location. They always talk about District 1. Yeah, and District 1, then 2 here, 3 here, 4, 5. So you see there's no sequence. Yeah, and how did the numbering system go? Nobody knows. Only the French can understand this. Yeah, so it keeps changing. But what I'm trying to tell you is whatever that you see online or what travel agents tells you, places of interest and all that, it's normally in District 1, 5, 6, 3, 10, 11. So it's always in this area. And then Tăng Dinh is the airport. Okay? So Ho Chi Minh City is here. This is Cu Chi Tunnel. So from here to here, it will take easily, let's say, 45 minutes drive. Yeah. There's a place called Mok Bai, and which is not far from Cu Chi Tunnel. And in Mok Bai to Ho Chi Minh City is about 1 hour. Yeah. Why do people go to Mok Bai? Now, if you have clients who want to come to Vietnam and then later on go to Cambodia, this is where the crossing is from Mok Bai. In Cambodia, it's called Krong Bavet, the Bavet border. Okay. Now, the airport is nearby. Okay, and then one of the highlight of a day tour, a full day tour, is to go to the floating market. Yeah, the floating market will take you more than 2 hours, but you will see floating market, and normally people say floating market is in Bangkok. It is not true. The largest floating market in the world is in Vietnam, but it is not this one. There's another one which is quite further away, so you have to stay overnight. I'm just giving you all this small information. We can do a whole different presentation just on that. Yeah. So for people in Ho Chi Minh City, if they want to go to a beach, the nearest beach would be in Vũng Tàu. Okay. But personally, I don't really like Vũng Tàu too much because the sea is very busy here, a lot of shipping and things like that. So if I want good sun, sand, and sea, I would go all the way to a place called Mui Ne. Yeah. And Mui Ne is about 200 kilometers away. So that will take it easily 4.5 hours. You can go by car, by train. Again, all these beach destination, I can tell you another time, because most of Indonesian travelers, they don't normally come to Vietnam for the beach. Yeah, so I'll just move on to other products. So first of all, Chinatown. Now, everyone call it Chinatown, but in Saigon, we call it Treleng. It just means big market. The whole area look like this, yeah? So a lot of motorbikes, a lot of food products, a lot of anything, trinkets, souvenirs, and whatnot. But the beauty of Ho Chi Minh, Chinatown or Treleng is that you need to understand something. It's like a different city inside a city, okay? Reason is because Chinatown, of course, is full of mainly Chinese, but these Chinese are not from China, yeah? Maybe their great-grandfather and forefathers were from China. So the largest Chinese ethnic in Vietnam is actually in Ho Chi Minh City, and is in District 5 and part of District 6, 10, and 11. But the whole area is called Jelang. Yeah. So you can, of course, you will expect lion dance during Lunar New Year. Except that here in Vietnam, it's very popular to have dragon instead of the lion. Yeah, so it's more dragon dance rather than a lion dance. You can still see lion dance, but most of the time it's dragon. And of course, there's a lot of temples and food that is influenced by Chinese cuisine. Okay, so Chinatown is also another place if your client likes to take photographs. Yeah, because it's very, very Instagrammable. Yeah, you can, I mean, a lot of photographers love to go there and take pictures. So these are just a little bit of pictures that you can see of Chinatown. You can find in Chinatown houses that is so close to each other. I cannot find the picture, but normally when they dry clothes, they use bamboo to hang over across. So literally cross to someone's other people's house is that narrow. Yeah. If you don't like to walk too much, if you're tired, you can always take what they call a siklo. I think you call beca, I think, in Indonesia. Beca, yeah. And of course, the original banh mi would come from District 5, that sandwich. T-shirt shopping for lacquerware. Markets always look like this, and then inside would look like that. You can find all sorts of things, yeah. One interesting thing is, I remember when I opened a restaurant, I went to Chinatown and I bought, you know, cups, bowls, and whatnot. It was very funny. You don't pay per item, you pay per kilo. So that is another interesting experience for shopping. Yeah. So yeah, that's just to share with you. Okay, Benton Market, the one that's more popular with everyone. I want to tell you this. Now, you are tour operators and agents in Indonesia. I want to give you one tip. Whatever amount of money you spend in Benton Market, the price is in Benton Market. The price in Chinatown is easily 30 to 40% cheaper. Why? Because all the things that you find in Benton Market are brought from Chinatown. So while your clients want to go to Benton Market, advise your client, you want to save money? It's like, go to Benton Market, take picture of the item that you want, and then go to Chinatown, show that picture to the shop, and you'll find that it's actually cheaper. This is what I'm only telling you because, okay, I will say something in Indonesian right now. Okay, Benton Market untuk orang buli saja. Okay, so only for the white people. Okay, so Asians go to Chinatown. Yeah, but do not miss out Benton Market. It is a good idea for Indonesian travelers to also go to Benton Market, and I'll explain why. Okay, so inside Benton Market will look like this. Okay, how to say, you only have 2 eyes, but you need more than that to find whatever you want. It's a lot of people, a lot of things. Yeah. So this is the reason why some Indonesians and Malaysians should go there. Because I do not know what you call in Indonesia, but in Malaysia we call it kain telekung. You know, for Muslim, you need that fabric, you need that wear to pray, especially for women. And in Malaysia, we call it kain dingin because the material is very cooling. So that's where you can go, but be careful. All of the staff, the Vietnamese staff over there will be able to speak Malay. So don't talk behind their backs. Okay, they can speak Malay. So when you go Benton Market or surrounding Benton Market, like in any market, you find that there's always dry food, wet food, wet market. You can eat in Benton Market. Nighttime, there's also a night market. And then one more thing, if you want to buy branded goods, Benton Market will sell you original fake. Okay, so there's no original. Okay, all fake. But I love them. I have my Piaget watch. Everything from there only cost me $20 US. So I'm quite happy with it. And it's working until now. Okay, so those who want to have their clothes tailor-made within 1 day or 2 days is also can be done. Okay, as in my update before, I also shared that this is Benton Market, but in this whole area right now is under construction. Okay, the whole idea is underneath this is going to be shopping center, an extension of Benton Market. So Benton Market will remain as the traditional market, but underground will be a modern shopping center, and it's very big, as you can see. So it will stretch. The last time I heard was it was about 1 kilometer long. So this will be perfect. We do not know when it will be completed, but it is perfect for people like me, for Asians who love to shop, because we want aircon, but we don't want the sun. So it's all underground. Okay. War Remnant Museum. I admit I've been in Vietnam for, this is my 17th year, but I had been in there only one time. Because I think war museums have something that affect everyone. You either feel you're happy because we are not in a place of war, or you feel very sad of what had happened before. But the one point I need to show, need to tell everyone is the War Remnant Museum of Ho Chi Minh City is the first museum in the whole world that showcase war, but it never say, nothing in this museum will tell you who lost the war. This museum do not even say Vietnam won the war. So it's very, very interesting. And because of that, how they showcase everything, you will not see too much of the gory stuff now. Before, yes, it's very gory, but now not anymore. The reason is because the whole idea of the museum is so that everyone would understand that war is just not good. Yeah. Ho Chi Minh City or Saigon has has a lot of iconic places, iconic spots. You can see the Notre Dame. At the moment, the building doesn't look like this exactly because they are repairing the roof, still repairing the roof. But you will see the Opera House, the People's Committee, and the Nguyen Hue Boulevard. And Nguyen Hue Boulevard is where the best place to observe people, Vietnamese and foreigners. Vietnamese young people who like to express themselves, this is where they go. In the morning, you will see people exercising, jogging, and whatnot, or bring the dogs to show off your dogs to everyone. So it is a very, very, like what French people say, it's very interesting because the Vietnamese really carry on with this French culture. They like to watch people. They like to watch how the world pass by. So when you go on a tour in Ho Chi Minh City, you will definitely cover all these places. Yeah. You cannot go in any of this building. It's just outside for photo opportunities. Now, shopping. Okay. I heard someone told me that money is not the problem when it comes to shopping. Okay. The problem is no money. So just remember that. Now, Ho Chi Minh City or Saigon, again, it's old and new. So you have old traditional shopping or new way of shopping, good and bad. New way of shopping, no discount. Okay. Old way of shopping is you can discount, you can talk until nighttime. When the person agree, you can buy the stuff. And you can buy a lot of stuff. And then here's the other thing. You can shop in Saigon, and then you can arrange at your hotel concierge that to put in the box and then send to your home. It can also be done that way. Yeah, so there's no shopping is not limited to things that can go into your suitcase. There are a lot of people who even shop statues, marble statues, or you know, furniture and things like that. That's a lot. Yeah. Okay, so this is modern shopping. There, well, names like Aeon Mall or Takeshimaya. So very modern, and I believe you can have this also in Jakarta. But one thing you must know, it's no point asking your local operator, how much is the bag cost, a Burberry bag cost, this design, this series, how much it costs in Saigon, because I want to check whether it's cheaper or not. The problem is local operators are travel agents. They won't know whether it's real or fake or whether they will hold the price or not. So these are questions that normally local agents cannot answer. We cannot do price comparison either because you know, the currency exchange always change. Yeah, even though it's pandemic season, it's still, yeah, keep changing. Okay, so what will help in the shopping in the near future is infrastructure, the underground. Yeah, here it says the opening is on the third quarter of 2020, which is now, right now. Okay, but I'm telling you, it's not opening yet. It's more likely the first line will open probably the first quarter of next year. Remember, because of COVID-19, social distancing, workers cannot work. Yeah, there's a lot of work that cannot be done. Yeah, so just bear in mind. But the good news is with Benton Market underground shopping, with the metro line coming up, shopping will be very, very interesting in Ho Chi Minh City in the near future. So what do you do at night? At nighttime, you can go for night cruise. Okay, all these pictures, again, Ho Chi Minh City is very photogenic, just like Hanoi. I think the big difference of Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City to a photographer perspective is color. Ho Chi Minh City is, some tourists actually said, what happened to the city? Why the buildings are all so different color? There's no color coding, you know. And then when neon lights died, you know, it was out of fashion, they started to use LED lights. And again, Ho Chi Minh City do the same. If next door is using blue color, I will use red color. If that that building will use yellow, I will use another color. So that's why the whole city at nighttime, your eyes can go crazy because of all the colors. Yeah. So when you want to book a good hotel room with blackout curtains, choose the correct agent to do the booking for you. Okay. So night cruise, there are cruises that with boats like this, yeah, comfortable seating. There are bigger boats like that, and there are even bigger boats. Now this bigger one, the biggest one, comes with dinner and cultural show, yeah. But most of the time, guests would just go there, eat, and the moment the cultural show finished, everyone go to the upper deck and take pictures, yeah. So it's very relaxing thing to do in Ho Chi Minh City. Now, if you don't like evening to be that relaxed, you can be the most stressful. For me, it's very stressful. I have brought, I think, Pak Steven and Pak Maman up to one of these rooftop. I'm not sure. I think it's this one. I can't remember now. There are many rooftop bars in Ho Chi Minh City. I'm sure in Vietnam also. But in Ho Chi Minh City, there are, I think, about 15 of them. And the good thing about rooftop bar here in Ho Chi Minh City or in Saigon what it is different from other places, a lot of other places, is you don't have to be a member of a club. It's open to everyone. Yeah, you can go out for one drink, or you can go there for drink and dinner, or some bar food and so on. Ho Chi Minh City as well as Hanoi, but more so in Ho Chi Minh City, is really the pop culture among young people is this, the millennials, is this, DJs. Okay, this lady is called Princess. No, her DJ name is Princess, and she is well known worldwide. She always fly between New York and Ho Chi Minh City to perform. Now, yeah, a lot of people enjoy that. If that is not your thing, you can always sit at a rooftop of a restaurant, of a hotel, just to watch the view if you don't want it to be too noisy. Or you can do what Vietnamese do. They like to ride motorbikes, and then they ride around the city at night. So they bring you to a number of places. Most likely you don't stop, or if you do stop, it's like I stop for one drink and then we move on to another. Okay, and if you I'm not asking whether you can ride motorbike or not, because if you don't have license in Vietnam, you cannot. So you can always organize for a bike tour. Bike tour can bring you for dinner, or you don't want dinner, you don't want drink, just ride around for 1 hour, for example, so that you can have a feel what is life like in Saigon at night. Yeah. Okay, more infrastructure is coming. This is supposedly the new airport that's coming up. The new airport is about 58 kilometers away from Ho Chi Minh City. Now, the current airport is about 8 kilometers away. So this is 50 kilometers further. And this will be the biggest airport in Ho Chi Minh City. It will be, first phase will open in 2025. I do not know if it is going to be delayed because of COVID-19, but this is how it will look like. So the architecture pride is that from indoor, when you look up, you will think you see lotus flower. Yeah, the lotus flower. But from the sky, when you look down, you will see a bird. So I don't know if you can see the bird here. I always think it was ikan pari, but it's not, it's a bird. Okay, so the indoor will look like any modern airport. Believe me, a lot of Vietnamese are very proud of this one, but at the same time, they all complain because it's so far. Yeah, but hopefully there will be train that will connect from the subway station to the airport. Does this look familiar to you? Okay, this shows you how much Vietnamese love Singapore. Can you see that? Okay, so that was the design. And there's a big debate right now. Should we follow like Singapore or should we not? But a lot of people love it. Yeah, so we will never know until it opens. Okay, yeah, that's the airport again. Okay, there are a lot of hotels opening in Ho Chi Minh City, and I said this. When you make a hotel booking, we have to be careful, even though when the market opens again. The reason is because some hotels have closed down permanently, okay? And some of these hotels that has already closed down are taken over by a new management. And when they open, they might open the same hotel or a totally different concept hotel. Some close as 4-star. When they open again, it becomes 5-star and so on. What I want to show you, just this one, we can do another presentation just for hotels so that you all can understand what it is like. But I will not do it now. The reason is because when the border open again, how do you say? When the border open again, the situation of hotel accommodation might change. Like I give you example. The popular 3-star hotel for groups is always La Felix Hotel. Yeah, but La Felix Hotel is closed right now, and they said they will reopen when the border open. So when they reopen again, your local operator like me, local agent like myself, will have to see the rooms, the hotel again myself. Because remember, when you close a hotel, that's running 24-hour a day for years, and when you close it after 2, 3, 6 months, when you reopen again, the quality may not be the same as it was before. So just bear in mind that is something that you need to bear in mind. The other thing is that a lot of luxury hotel opening. This building is already built. It's already there. It's the tallest building in Ho Chi Minh City. Okay. If you think that it looks like the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, yeah, it actually follows that design. Yeah, there's a hotel up there. I don't know which floor. I think from the 81 floor onwards or something. I don't know. It's all luxury. Yeah. And then recently also there's a luxury hotel that opened in Hanoi where even the toilet bowl is gold plated. So a lot of luxury hotels have opened. Yeah, just to let you know. So when the border open again, the most important product update will be restaurants, hotels for your group. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now, I heard so many times people say finding food for Muslims is difficult in Vietnam. Sometimes in the street, I can hear Malaysians or Singaporeans or even Indonesians, people from Brunei. They always say, we don't know if it's okay to eat or not to eat. And usually when they don't know, it's because they don't live here. So they are from overseas, tourists don't know. So let me share with you how it goes. Okay. Majority of Vietnamese, they will say they are Buddhist, but usually most of them have no idea of whatever faith they're supposed to have. Yeah, so most of them do not have any religion or practice any religion. But with 97, 98 million people in Vietnam, there are about 65,000 Vietnamese who are Muslim, and they are in Ho Chi Minh City in Saigon. Okay, 65 million against 10 million people in Saigon. You don't see them a lot, but you will notice them when they wear tudung, and then the ladies wear tudung, and then they speak Vietnamese fluently. Then you know they are Muslim. Yeah. Okay. So the halal certification, this is very important. The halal certification is based on the Indonesian standard definition, meaning when the halal certification board, when they set up this board, Vietnam invited Indonesia Religious Affairs to come over and help them set up this board. So this logo you see here is the official halal logo for Vietnam. Yeah. Now, there are exceptions to the rule, which I will explain later. Yeah. So there are 8 busy mosques just in Saigon alone. 8. Okay. 8. And this is how the halal certification will look like. This is the Saigon Central Mosque. Yeah. Saigon Central Mosque is very unique because in front of this mosque is not the main road. It's hidden. Yeah, it's hidden by buildings, you know. So if you don't know where it is, you just cannot find it. You know, it's very interesting because I tell you why. Because behind this mosque is one old lady who sells curry, and her curry is very, very good. Okay. So when it comes to food, this is how halal food will look like. Yeah. It's very interesting because I'm a Malaysian. Sometimes I have to tell another Malaysian tourist, I said this, halal food doesn't mean Malaysian food. It is just halal. It can be any food as long it is prepared in a halal way. Yeah, so and the ingredient used has to be halal. So you can have Vietnamese food that is also halal. You can have, but most of the halal cuisine available in Ho Chi Minh City is either Vietnamese, Malaysian, Singaporean, Indonesian, and what do you call it? Mediterranean or Middle Eastern. Yeah. So here are the restaurants. I'm sure later you will get a copy of this presentation. So you can Google the names of this restaurant. Most of these restaurants either have website or they are in a food website listed in a food website, or they have their own Facebook. Facebook is the more popular one for all those who do business in Vietnam. And usually they will also have their opening hours and the menu posted into whether in the website or in the Facebook. Yeah. So these are the places. Okay, the list that you need to know. When you have a group and you want to arrange meals, right? And you're more concerned about halal or not halal kind of thing. Okay, normally when you ask for itinerary, the local operator, local agent will give you suggestions. But you have to tell them I want halal food, right? If you tell them I want halal restaurant, and here becomes a problem because why? There's actually one restaurant called halal restaurant. So if your local operator don't understand what you're saying, they don't know why every meal goes back to the same restaurant. Yeah, so you just have to make it clear to them. If you want to decide that, okay, you want to choose those the restaurant that you want your group to go, remember that list just now that lists out all the halal restaurant. You can Google check, and then whichever one you want, you like, you list it out. This is where I want my group to eat. You tell them and it can be arranged. And even if you have chosen a menu, we can even pre-arrange that for your group. Okay, so again, most of the menus are found online. Yeah, this is the Vietnamese. I think Vietnamese habit when they do business, they put online. They always include. You can download the menu or you can actually view the menu itself. Okay, alcohol. In some restaurant, even though they are halal restaurant, you will see bottles of wine. Example, yeah. How does that work? Okay, now the understanding is, especially Mediterranean restaurant or Middle Eastern restaurant, surprisingly, you will see wine bottles over there, and they will always tell you this is for your. They will tell the customer this is for your non-Muslim guests, because remember, sometimes there are a lot of Muslim who do business here in Vietnam, and some of their guests are not Muslim. It can be European, Australian, or anyone, and they want to have wine, and so be it. Yeah. Now, if you ask a question whether, oh, what happened to those glasses? Are they going to go back into the kitchen? No, it's a different place. You just go to a different place for cleaning. Okay. Now, places to visit. Your local operator always give you the itinerary, and for your Muslim group, if you have certain places that you don't want to go, example, temples. You don't want to go to temples or you don't want to go to churches, always inform the local operator so that they can remove that or replace it with something else. Most of the time is when you cancel it on the spot, means you're already at the temple and you want to cancel, and it's a lot of waste of time. So you could have spent those time going shopping instead. Yeah. Now, the other thing that you need to bear in mind, everyone loves to go to the market. Now, traditional market always comes with two areas, the dry area and the wet area. I'm not worried about the dry area, but more on the wet area. Wet area, people sell all kinds of wet stuff, vegetable, fish, meat, and whatnot. And of course, it will also include some stuff that is not halal. Yeah. So unless your group wants to go there to buy fish, which I don't understand why, there's no need for you to go to the wet area. You can immediately see it. But if your group are Muslim and some of them would like to go in there to take pictures, these are the things that you need to be aware of. Yeah. Okay, mosque visit. If you want your group to include a mosque visit, remember this. If it is Friday prayer, no problem. Yeah, sembahyang Jumaat, not a problem. But if you want to go to the mosque for prayer, not on Friday, on other days, you need to inform the agent, because the agent need to find out which mosque is open. Now I tell you why. Mosque in Vietnam, the difference with mosque in Vietnam to compared to other places is not open to public. Yeah, it's open for prayer. So they don't, if they open to public, what's going to happen is you're going to have a lot of squatters. You're going to have a lot of people who comes in, try to sell chewing gum or sell some food and things like that. And they don't want that to happen in the mosque. So it's usually closed. So when your group, let's say your group wants to go to one mosque called Jamil Islamiyah mosque, and they are not open to public on a certain day, but you want to go there for prayer, we can contact the mosque itself so that they know to expect the group to come for prayer, to do salat and so on. Yeah. Okay. Any questions?
Thank you, Zo, for the update. That's great. And I think it's good to point out that it's always good to have someone who understands the culture of Indonesian to be there. I know how difficult it is for probably the Vietnamese to understand because it's very different. So the advantage of working with you is that you understand the Muslim culture and the food that they require, and also like the mosque visits and things like that. So I think it's an advantage to have you there. Kalau ada pertanyaan untuk Zo, sekarang waktunya untuk tanya. Kalau ada yang belum jelas atau any question, you can either unmute yourself atau tulis di chat.
Sorry, I just I forgot to mention one thing. If you have a big group, an incentive group, it's at a rented venue, and you want the food to be supplied by any of these the halal restaurant, it can be done in Vietnam. Yeah, it can be done. Means there'll be catered, all the food will be catered by a particular halal restaurant. It also can be done. Yeah.
Excited to see the new market when it opens up. I think that'll be amazing. The underground market and the train, and also the new airport. Wow.
Steve, when you're in Singapore, so when you come over, you tell me which part of that airport looks like Singapore.
Probably the same designer.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway, I think if there's no question, thank you, Zo, for your time, and Jackson also for coming over today. And we keep looking forward for the next update to see what the situation is. And we hope that Vietnam will recover soon from all the COVID cases, and like before, be free from COVID again. But any other question that you have, you can always contact me or Liz, and we can always pass it on to Zo.
I recommend also, if there's something that interests you in Vietnam, it can be anything. It can be Banana Hills. It can be anything that you are interested to know more. Give your suggestion to Perantara or to Liz, and then we can consider that to include that also in the next presentation.
Maybe next time you can also show us some different hotel types around the country.
Yeah,
I think your preferred ones, I think that would help to see the difference between what you can offer and what other agents can offer, like your preference and why you choose those ones. That would be really good. Teman-teman, terima kasih untuk hadiran kalian semua hari ini. Kami akan terus ada webinar tiap minggu. We will send out new Zoom meetings coming up soon. So thank you today for coming, and thank you, Zo and Jackson, for your time. Until next time. Goodbye.
Terima kasih semuanya ya. Sampai ketemu lagi. Masih basah sini.